分层，他们有的时候在人类史上没有。
你要出去可以，那是面来怎么办？
先把滋养基舞台、滋养基弄上来。
是不是黎明前的黑暗？大家都很沮丧。
The following design questions are based on the isolation of the COVID-19 people at home. The first question is how to make an apartment interesting. The next is how can people have fun at home. The third one is how to have more interactive experience. And the last one is how to make apartment life safer. These are the research methods I will take. The first is questionnaire survey and video interview and watch more technology and futuristic movie for inspiration. And I will investigate the needs of the family members for some specific questions or let them draw. And I will absolutely study the various itself. These are very simple surveys of COVID-19 such as transmission mode and distance and living environment, which I will refer to. These are my target beneficiaries and intended audience. For the families that need to be isolated at home and even family members need to keep their privacy. For those who are forced to keep their office job during the various time but cannot leave their home. And for parents who need to care about the whole families. And for students who cannot stop their studies, and those who yearn for outside world with high and social feelings, and for some people, they want to maintain their social and quality life. These are my interview questions. The first is if one day you had to live in an empty house with only 5 things, what would you choose? And what will the house of the future look like? Draw it. Choose 3 photos from your phone that best present your life during the various. 3 things you want to do but cannot do during the various. The 2 colors that best present the future and why. If you could enter the movie world and experience the life, where would you choose and why? What does the home mean to you? What do you want it to do? And which country do you most look forward to visit and which song encourage you? I interviewed 10 people and these are some of the typical users I surveyed and their persona. I found that most of the people surveyed had common concern during their isolation at home, like company, security, work, reduce the pressure, friend, eat, school, movie, pets, quality sleep, planting or hang out and travel. After the simple brainstorming, I found that the problem can be solved in different ways. So let's look at the future part. So maybe the future apartment can be more intelligent, spiritual, diversity, and combine more functions. About the isolation life, we can choose the security and make it more have fun and consider about the work and study. For the secure part, we need to consider about the prevent, monitoring, and clean. What's for the prevent is about the temperature, humidity, ultraviolet, and indication, and the last one is safe distance. And for people how to have fun, we need to consider how can we make the inside design more closer to the nature. And for people, how can we design a space more clever to make people work and study efficient and more concentrate. And finally, I realized that the key point to design is consider about how to be like outside. It means things on the outside are on inside, things on the inside are on outsides. Try to think about your home life as into a journey. Come up with some piecemeal basic ideas based on my assumptions. The first one is help can grow vegetables in the apartment, and maybe the apartment can be also multiple structures, altitude, and safer way to visit the neighbors and friends, and a safer place to hang out and exercise in the apartment. Maybe the public area can be styled differently, and some place to watch safer movies, more fantasy and transformation settings. And maybe the interior design can be occasionally be different feelings like being aboard. And the gate area makes it safer for people to enter and leave the apartment. So if I have time, there will be an app can detect the neighbor or people in the public area, like the elevators, and reduce the number of time the door is open, make reservation, or ask neighbors for help. After starting these case studies, I learned the meaning of the combination, the importance of the color selections, and the sustainability of the structure planning, and I came up with some more mature and formed ideas. Improve the planning framework for the residential buildings is about modularization of buildings, and all building rooms can be connected through prefabricated assembly, and each functional rooms can be flexible, changed, and disambulated. So the future city should be about the people and nature. And I want to design the interior space in full contact with outdoors and to bring the light into the ground floor. So the third part is about diversion of the living and working areas. The experience inside the building is very varied. So the work area can be designed for use more calmed elements and materials, give the users a sense of calm, make them to concentrate on their works. In the end, I choose these three objects that inspired me. The first is Jenga, and next is vending machine, and then the slide bread. Why I choose Jenga? Because it's actually a game which is interesting itself, easy to move, easy to separate, easy to regroup. The empty part in the middle can be a swimming pool, gym, or personal planting area. And for the vending machine, always gives me the magical feelings that it gives you exactly what you need. And the vending machine has clown. It responds you to choice with the good precision. So I wonder if the apartment of the future can be such a push. All the apartments are like the small comedies according to the certain structures and operations, according to the need of the residents to go to the public areas. We want to reduce unnecessary contact and feel very future. The reason why I choose the slide bread was choose it that the modern apartment has always been developed in the horizontal direction. If we could look at the architecture in a different way, and there's actually a lot of interesting things about the height difference. And in fact, when the height of the apartment increase, it means the structures goes more complicated. Because there are a lot of demands to meet, and people get more exercise as move around, and the complex structure will be bring to the families a certain sense of distance, because the various period is very long process. No matter who waits a long time with each other will be bored. After a week of struggling, I didn't want to give up any of these ideas, so I put them together. In the sketch in the upper left corner, it can be seen that one of the Jenga blocks will be a small family apartment. So it will have a sloping form, can be a sun shade, and keep out the rain. Each small apartment is surrounded by the glass, and the large glass panels on the side will have the retractable sunshade. Each apartment can be moved laterally or longitudinally within the framework of the steel frame. Then I designed 3 special roofs that the resident could choose the form. Since each family apartment is 3.5 meters high, the roof can be designed as a vegetable growing area, and since each person's small apartment can be moved, and the roof has opportunity to photosynthesize, and they can look at the star at night. And the third type of roof is a small rooftop pool. Thanks for listening. That's all.